Hey, Coach G here, thriving after 50, mind, body, soul. Oh my goodness, it's and coming up in this episode on today, I am just kind of all over things and back in the saddle. Want to say I'm back. Thank you for listening back in my app saddle. Appreciate every one of you all. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be doing something different the next few weeks that I thought would be helpful. Just kind of hanging out, in a chill vibe and recording my podcast and saying that I'm back in the saddle. I just but it's good to be back and glad to every one of you be back in the saddle. I appreciate you. I love you guys. This was 1 year and I have had my podcast today, and I'm really excited about what's coming. I'm going to kind of fly by the seat of my pants coming up over the next few months. I'm going to just kind of talk about subjects that are, relevant. Yes, of course, I'm still going to stick to the health or wellness so that we can continue to thrive after 50. But I know that there's more to life than just, talking about health and wellness, even though it is a very, very, very important subject, and I will always have something. I will always discuss health and wellness regardless to what the topic is going forth. But I also want to just kind of touch on subjects that that people are dealing with. Whether it's mindful mindset, or whether it's something pertaining to their body and their health, or even with their soul. Because all those things do affect our health. So, and I think those are subjects that are definitely worth speaking on. So I will definitely be talking about different subjects that, that I may hear people talk about, or I may have an extensive conversation with someone about that I believe that maybe someone else might be going through. And maybe I may drop some nuggets that might be beneficial to someone. So that's the game plan, that's the play, and I'm really excited about about what's coming up. Just being able to I'll probably have a couple guests on as well, just kind of sharing their story, whatever their condition is in life or wherever they are, just kind of just sharing some things, just whatever that is. I don't have a I don't have anything written in stone, and I don't want to kind of put that out there. I just wanted to say that it's going to be pretty exciting, and it's definitely going to be subjects that everyone will be able to relate to. And but I did find that while I was gone, taking care of my daughter, she had a bulging disc and had to have a procedure done. And, I'm definitely not big on the whole, medication thing. And, and I know that it was necessary. But, I also had to help her come up with a plan to be able to get a good detox in, because, the thing about taking medication is that you do want to be able to flush out, all the toxins that you possibly can out of your body, versus allowing them to lie dormant inside your body, because it does, create other problems. So, went through that process, with helping her, spending time with my granddaughter, Olivia, Princess Olivia. It was great. So my husband and I had a really good time, in spite of, the reason why we went. We really enjoyed this trip. So yeah, it's been it's been a whirlwind, with that whole process. But again, I am back in the saddle. Will be coming at you next week. I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about right now, but I will be back next week and sharing some information, some news that you can use, some information that is going to definitely help you to improve your quality of life, whether it's mind, body, or soul. Any of them will definitely be an enhancement to helping you to live a better lifestyle, to improve your quality of life, and then just enhance your life in general. Just watching my daughter after her procedure, kind of go from one thing to the next thing. I realized that sometimes, as we are going through things that, I call it going through the hard, that, sometimes we could use some information that will help us along in our journey when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited about being able to share with you guys just some real life scenarios, real life information that is going to help all of us to thrive after 50, definitely, and even younger. I also, when I was in Dallas, I heard people were asking me, why thriving after 50? Well, number one, I am over 50, and there's things that our bodies do not function, our minds do not function in the same manner that it did when we were 25 or even 30. So I think that that whole, to me, it's like golden. 50 is like a golden time in our lives, and we want to thrive. We don't want to be sick. We don't want to have all kinds of health conditions and health issues. We want to be well. I always go back to the scripture in the Bible when Jesus asked the man by the pool, do you want to be well? And it's not just being healthy. Being well is mind, body, soul, which is all three. So when I speak of wellness, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about being well in your body, because sometimes we have some mental challenges, things come up and, it can be challenging, and when we talk about the mental stress, we have to understand that those things the mental stress can affect our sleep. It can affect, our eating habits. It can affect, how we exercise, those things are important. So, that's why all three combined, because if you're lacking in one area, then something else is going to be affected. So when I speak of wellness, I'm talking about the whole thing, everything, mind, body, soul. So yeah, we're definitely going to get in tune with that, because I think that we're getting ready to get into the summer months, and there's a lot of things going on in the economy, there's a lot of things going on in the world, and some people are depressed. Some people are, very challenged financially, because the price of things. So, I get it and I understand it. And so I think that these things are definitely worth talking about. I'm not trying to get into the whole political arena. I'm not going to be talking about, that kind of stuff, but things that are real life issues, things that really affect our lives, because I know that our environment and, our finances and, I remember right before the pandemic, God shared with me some things that was about to come up, which I didn't know that we were going to be on lockdown, that the pandemic was about to hit. So the October before the pandemic, God had given me some things that actually, manifested. And, like our environment, I didn't realize that, being on lockdown was going to shift our environment, and it did. It played a major part. It was things that you had kids that were at home with their parents, you had husband and wives that was at home with each other, and not kind of being with each other all day every day, going to work and doing your own thing, and now here you are on lockdown. So you started to realize things and see things, and people's like, oh my God, this is really getting on my nerves. And even when it came to our children, there was a lot of things that shifted. There was a lot of domestic violence. I know, especially in Texas, I think they had in a short period of time like over 14,000 domestic violence calls in with the police in like a 30-day period. So those things did affect us, the environment, and our sleeping, and because it was so much uncertainty, we just didn't know. And so I was very thankful for getting that word to prepare the people, and those podcasts are actually on my YouTube channel, and you can go back and look at them, and you'll see that everything I talked about then before the pandemic actually manifested. Our finances were affected, our environment was affected, the way that we ate was affected. Everything that I talked about was affected during that time. So I'm looking forward to, this next season here in my podcast, and I'm hoping that things will definitely shift to the point where I will be able to share some information that will be a blessing to all of us, that will help us. And I'm just very thankful that, that I can get that information, that God makes those downloads inside my spirit, and that I am, in tune to that, and definitely, doing and sharing the information that He is sharing with me, so that way we can all be prepared for whatever comes next, and so I'm thankful, and I'm looking forward to whatever it is that He say, because whatever it is that He say do is what I'm going to do. So I'm looking forward to sharing information that is going to be a benefit, to us. So I did pick up a few new countries during the time that I was gone. I'm trying to find my list here, but nevertheless, I am very grateful that that things are growing, and that I am reaching the four corners of the world, and just grateful. So I think I found it right here. So of course, United States, Canada, Australia, Russia Federation, China, Mexico, Belgium, Ireland, South Africa, Brazil, Nigeria, United Kingdom, Germany, France, Bangladesh, Ukraine, Kuwait, India, Hong Kong, the Dominican Republic, the Philippines, Barbados, Saudi Arabia, Spain, Japan, and I believe that Indonesia and Pakistan just came on board, and I'm so thankful for all the countries. The one thing that I do know, that God did share with me, that this podcast would reach the four corners of the earth, and I'm very thankful that has manifested itself. So thank you all for listening to Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul, with Master Coach G here, back in the saddle again. And I really do appreciate all of you all joining me. And like I said, I'm looking forward to what's to come. It's going to be pretty exciting for everyone to be able to get this information. And hey, if there's a subject that you all want me to explore, you want me to talk about, you want me to to touch on, please inbox me. You can inbox me on the channel and let me know. Or I will definitely have my contact information there. You can text me, you can call me, you can send me an email. I will have all that information available to you, that you will be able to get in contact with me, because I can't think of everything and I don't know everything. But if there's a subject that you want me to talk about, then let me know. I will definitely research that subject and bring it forth on the podcast, because it's really about you. The podcast is about sharing information that is going to be a benefit to your life as well as mine. So like I said, if there's anything that you all want me to talk about, then please let me know, and I will make my information available to you. And it doesn't matter what country you're in. Please reach out to me. I will also leave my WhatsApp information on there, so that way you can get in contact with me through there, because I know when you're out of the country, the rates are different. So I will make sure that I will make it available to you to be able to do that. So in the meantime, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to coming back at you next Thursday here on Thriving After 50, Mind, Body, Soul. And thank you again for your being a loyal listener. And I hope that the podcasts that I did share, that they were a blessing to you, because all the information that I try to share is something that is going to help benefit you. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you. You'll have a amazing day on purpose, and I look forward to seeing you on next week. Have a great day. Love you guys.